Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about brands you won't find in a German drugstore. So if you want to see which brands I will mention, then keep on watching. Of course, there will be certain brands you find in every drugstore, and if you want to see them, then please comment down below, and then we come to the drugstore brands you won't find in any German drugstore. By the way, if you think I'm totally wrong with this, or you have a drugstore that carries those brands, please leave it down in the comments below, because I traveled, or I moved a lot in Germany itself. I was in the east of Germany, west of Germany. Now I'm more in the north of Germany, so I never saw any of these brands. Also checked with their websites if I find those brands there, and like I said, I didn't. When I'm talking about German drugstore, I do mean the biggest three brands, which is DM, Rossmann and Müller. Those are the three brands that are the most common, even though Müller is a little bit bigger one. It's not just drugstore, it also has CDs or other stuff, toys, for example. So if you ever wonder why, I think DM and Rossmann are the one drugstores that are the most common in Germany. And then you have Müller, which is, like I said, a more bigger approach, and you don't find this as often as you find DM and Rossmann. Let's start with Neutrogena. And you would think when you're German, what? Of course we do have Neutrogena in drugstores. Yes, but just skincare. I mean specifically makeup. We don't have Neutrogena makeup anywhere. We don't have it in Müller, in DM or in Rossmann. I don't even have seen them in any like grocery stores. We do carry some makeup brands as well in grocery stores in Germany, and I didn't see anything. Of course, there are certain skincare items, not all of them, that are in those drugstores and that you can find in those drugstores, like cleansing stuff, like cleansing lotions, or maybe you know, a serum or anything like this. But the real makeup brand is nowhere to find anywhere in Germany, I think. I didn't even see them anywhere online, so Neutrogena is not carried here. Another brand you won't find as often, also just in DM, is Adele Lashes. You can find, of course, in higher end stores, but not in the drugstore, except for DM as well. In Rossmann as well as Müller, you won't find this. I was surprised because I was pretty sure I did saw Adele Lashes somewhere in Rossmann, but I must have been misleading. And yeah, you definitely find Kiss lashes there, but not Adele, which is kind of interesting. Another brand that is partially not carried in Germany in drugstores here is Milani, because you will find them on the internet. You can order Milani stuff from different sites here, but the only brand I found that carries Milani is DM. So in Rossmann and Müller, I never saw Milani. I did, like I said, I did check the websites if they have any products from the brand, and I couldn't find them. So the only one that carries Milani is DM. And also, if you think, oh well, then it is carried in every single drugstore, it's not. You can find it online, and in special DMs, you definitely have now Milani counters where you can purchase different items. But after the years, like I think like in the last 5 to 10 years, you only could get access to Milani to just over internet. So you can just order Milani, but you never saw it in stores, or really like more likely into the higher end stores. Like I said, I'm not talking about Douglas or Sephora or any other of the more higher end brands. I'm just companies. I'm really just talking about drugstores, and like I said, here you can't find Milani in drugstores except for DM. Two brands you will also not find in Germany is number 7 and Rimmel. I think Rimmel was at some point in Germany. Years ago, you could find them in drugstores, but now, after years, I think they discontinued the whole line years ago, so you won't Rimmel anywhere in Germany. And number 7 never came to Germany, so of course this one you only can purchase, I think, over Amazon if you're lucky. One that is really tricky is Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees you will find definitely in DM, but just lip products and care, and most likely just the lip products. So the lip smackers or anything like this from Burt's Bees you will definitely find in I think I saw them in DM and in Rossmann. But if you want to go for the beauty line, you will just solely find them in Müller. And to be honest, not even the whole line. I think we don't have any foundations. I never saw this. I do saw a whole lot of lipsticks and lipstick lines. Did I saw the blushes? I don't think so. So even then, even if it is carried in Germany, you won't see the whole line or the whole setup. Like I said, for me in the Müller's eyewear, or I did go, you wouldn't find a whole brand, just a few items from Burt's Bees makeup line. Another brand that you won't find anywhere, I think in Germany in general, is LA Girl. LA Girl is not anywhere here. You can just order them from Beauty Bay, I think, or anything like this. You can't find any LA Girl anywhere here. And the same is for CoverGirl. Those are not brands you would find here in Germany, at least as far as I know, and so they won't be carried in any drugstore. So if you have a favorite concealer or lipstick or anything like this, and you want to travel to Germany, bring it with you. Another brands you won't find in Germany is Almay as well as Flower Beauty. I do want to test out Flower Beauty so badly, but they don't ship to Germany. So both of those brands will not be here anywhere. So if you have a product and you would like to take it with you, then do this, because you won't find them here in any drugstore. Many of us love NYX products. NYX products by itself are really difficult to find sometimes, but over the years they restocked and they do have counters here as well, and they are quite present in DMs and Müller's, but not in Rossmann's, which is kind of sad, because in Rossmann you always have a good coupon or anything like this, so would love to do that. But like I said, they are more likely to find in DMs or in Müller's. Two brands you can only find at Rossmann are Revlon and Physicians Formula. I was so surprised. Both of those brands came here the last years, and to be honest, I did saw more counters for Revlon than I did for Physicians Formula. Of course, you could buy them still on the website and on, but if you want to see them in person, it is more difficult to find, at least Physicians Formula. I think if you're in a bigger city, it is easier to find, but mostly I'm more of a village girl. We don't have that big cities here, so for me it is not as easy to find. Like I said, Revlon is easier to find than Physicians Formula as a counter, but both of them are just present in Rossmann's. One brand, this is kind of fun, one brand that you will likely not find anywhere except maybe Rossmann, but really rarely. I have to say I never saw this brand in person in Rossmann, but at least it's online available. But Wet n Wild is not in drugstores here in Germany, but you will find Wet n Wild in different grocery stores. We do carry Wet n Wild in Edekas as well as Multis. So if you're ever searching a product from Wet n Wild and you're not sure where to get it, most likely in grocery stores. Then we do have E.L.F. E.L.F. came to Germany a few years ago, where you could buy it also in drugstores, but it is really rare, I think. For me, you definitely can find E.L.F in special DMs. I do found that some DMs has like the primers. They had a counter for primers, and that's it. You know, like a few prime products, but you can't find them quite everywhere. And then there's Müller. Müller does have a good variety on E.L.F products. Also, not the whole collection, but like I said, E.L.F is not as difficult to find, especially online, as it is in drugstores. So if you have a search for an E.L.F product, maybe order it online. So guys, this was the whole thing. I digged out the internet. Of course, I was never in the US before, so I don't know if those are the brands. I think these are the most common brands in American drugstores. So if you think I missed the brand, leave it down in the comments below. I think this one is kind of fun. I mean, you can definitely see a lot of brands are not here in Germany, or I don't even know if it is European wide. I know some of the brands like number 7 is represented in the UK, but like I said, it's not coming to us. So if you ever wonder which brands we as Germans get here in our drugstore, those are the brands. If you're ever searching for a brand, most likely it's online. Some of them are more on a higher end, but maybe if you want to know which brands are also in our Sephora and Douglas, which are the same price range, then please comment down below, because we do have difference between Sephora in the US and Sephora in Germany, as well as Douglas, like I said. So if you want to see what brands there is in those, then please leave it down below. Like I said, you do have a lot to comment here. Just do it. So, and if you like this video, want to see a little bit more about Germany, a little bit more about German makeup, as well as tutorials and fun challenges, then please subscribe. It's free. I upload 3 times a week, and I wish you a beautiful day, and we'll see us the next time. Bye guys.